Hey everybody, Asher here, and welcome back to Starsector, where it's December 30th on a very beautiful year. And here's our fleet. It's a sort of happy, nice fleet. We have Hope Fueled Dram, named by Bobsters from the Discord. I do have a few other names that I haven't quite put in yet, including for combat ships, of which we have one, the Dire Wolf. This one is not so much a combat ship as it is just a mule with some guns on it. We have other ships in storage, and I do want to start by taking a moment to address some of the comments that I've gotten, because I've finally had a chance to go through them. We finished exploring the Chevron last time, and one of the inconveniences that is with the fleet cap in this run, that I've gotten probably more comments here than anywhere else as we are getting patrolled, exciting, is the fleet limitation. And I've had a lot of suggestions, and I got this in the last series too. That's actually something I'm going to need to explore. I got a lot of suggestions for, hey, you know what? You should really just not have a... Ooh, Vasterones. Not have a fleet cap for civilian ships. Only keep it with military ships. And while I do get that is a viable issue here... And actually, there's another suggestion I got, which is to pick the best ship you get from the system instead of just taking the first one. So if I got this kite and found something better later, I could scrap the kite. I'm keeping the rules as is right now for two reasons. First off, the commitment mode for the ships is going to force me to stay disciplined and not just say, ooh, shiny, and take the first thing. And it makes more interesting, careful choices. Something that I found in writing and other creative endeavors and things like that is that if you give yourself limitations, that can end up creating far more interesting things here as we get... Oh, wow, that's a gigantic gun. I love gigantic guns. And some more, we're getting all the VPCs today. But you see, here we go. If I could have multiple logistic ships, I could just take all this willy-nilly, no problem, and we would be totally fine, and nothing would be an issue. But because we are here, as we are, and one of our big challenges right now is figuring out what the hell we're going to do with all the supplies that are floating around in Epsilon the Spareth. One of the sort of interesting early story tracks here, because of having logistic ships as part of that fleet limitation, is, okay, well, how am I going to balance this out between being able to explore versus anything else? And I think there's a lot of value in that, in creating a good, interesting run, is that we can't have everything handed to us. The moment that there's an inconvenience like, oh, I can't carry anything, well, let's just allow more ships. Well, what if I find a super freighter and just carry everything around all of a sudden? You open the doors to that, too. Plus, if we're looking at it from a story standpoint, we have this girl who actually has a skill point available. We'll put that in damage control. She's still on the run, and I mean, I look at the level here not just as like piloting skill, but also progression through the run. So having a giant super freighter that will get a lot more eyes on her than just having a small contingent that can slide in and out of places. So that's kind of my thinking there. Even if you don't agree with it, or even if you play it different, that's fine. Hopefully it makes for an entertaining watch. Now, if things start to get way too tedious, we can definitely work with it. But for now, I really want to take a look here and figure out what I'm going to do. Now, we do have this blueprint, and we're going to learn those. I could sell them. I am going to sell the retrofit thing. And we actually have transplutonics too, which is very, very nice. How do I want to do this? Because we need these metals. One of the great things that I learned from the comments section is that if we get enough metals available, then we will actually be able to not only build orbital outposts, but we can just deconstruct it as well. So kind of what I'm thinking here, and it's a little crazy to do it this way. I'm just going to ditch some supplies, leave them here. We're going to take these back to Spareth. We're going to put this in a stable orbit with everything else. And I just ejected those. Let's make sure I don't forget about them. Stable orbit. We can come back for these later. And we're going to ping as well. Actually got something by the gate down here. I wonder if that's just a derelict ship. But since we're low supplies and coming back here anyway, let's just head for the exit. Usually in these kind of systems we have dormant things flying around, and this is one of the cases. This ship may be able to go toe-to-toe. It's a 14th battle fleet. It better be able to go toe-to-toe with the Glimmer, but Glimmers are really fast, and that can be a big problem. So I'm always paying attention to my pings. See, like, that's another thing. There's a mod that I had in the Vic run that I really didn't like, and that would just pause the game anytime there was danger in hyperspace. And I get it. That's like an important convenience. Like right here, we have this thing pursuing us. Well, sweet Jesus. That's not great, and we're just trying to get up here. And we may have to use a story point to dodge it. Yep, get the fuck away. Get away, get away, get away. Yep, story point to disengage. We cannot actually take out a Fulgent right now with what we have. I do have some combat ships that might work. We actually do need to do some repairs as well, so... But this is part of the FU and fun, is that we have some increasing danger, and we're just going to have to learn to deal with it. As we have somebody hanging out over here. Is this just a patrol? It's just a dormant ship. Okay, and your fleet is running low on supplies, I bet. Because we have a lot of repairs. I'm actually going to suspend repairs right now because E-burns suck. So examine the pods. We have all this shit. We have all this shit we're carrying. We're going to have even less supplies in a minute. But I want to put these things up, just so we're not carrying them around with us in case the worst happens. I am going to sell this, so that's fine. We could actually make a comm beacon, but let's see. Is this fine? Yes. Is this fine? Yes. And I think, well, let's get rid of the... Ooh, not what I want to do. We actually need crew and fuel. I may not need the atmospheric mineralizer, but I don't want to sell it yet. And we have other stuff in a safe place. Stable orbit. So we have 22 supplies. Well, 22 supplies get us to our closest port here. We have Maggie's and not much else. I mean, we could try to go dark into the Ludic Church. They tend to not like that. So it's Maggie's. All right, let's do it. And let's go out the fringe jump point just in case baddies are here. We have a little bit of time to do it. Let's not fly through the minefield, please. Thank you. But yeah, see, way more interesting than just being able to logistics ship the shit out of everything and have all the supplies and things I can carry that I need, in my opinion. Like I said, I get the rush to be like, well, you have all these rules, but now that we're starting, I don't know about these rules. That's why I play test this before. I just want to see, is this functional? And you're traveling to Dutch Harbor. I love that a few little frigates would just absolutely murder us. So let's just go on our way. It's fine. We need supplies. We need metal plates. If I remember right, metal plates are not as widely abundant. Oh, wow. Unless you're Hivers. Or we could go to Dawn in the Core Worlds. I mean, if we go to Dawn in the Core Worlds and we just solve the problem right now, maybe we just do that. Alright, well anyway, let's go. Let's do some piracy on the black market here. Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of ho. That's a terrible price for supplies. I don't think I'm going to buy supplies from you guys here. I will buy your fuel. But if we just need a few supplies, hopefully we can buy it from the Independence here in just a second. Because we got a bunch of sensor contacts over here. We got the other place over here. We got a bunch of dead shit all around. So that's exciting. Dutch Harbor. Please have a decent price for supplies. Oh, thank goodness. We can't do anything at the Reuter Union, but... Ooh, wrong button. I'm getting too excited here. I'm just clicky all really fast. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to Dawn. And just get my fuel. Ugh, alright. I don't need to buy that many supplies. I kind of hate that I didn't drop off my metals. Because what we're going to need, 400 metals, we're going to need some heavy machinery. We're going to need a gamma core. But we're going to burn some of these supplies as we go around. So that's okay. That's going to be kind of the first thing that we solve here. First, the thoughtful looking businessman. What kind of opportunity? No. That is snake oil. And I could look for officers, but I think right now my focus is better placed on just trying to get the orbital station thing figured out, because I'd love to move my stuff from the other areas. Which, yeah, that's one thing that I was reminded of that I forgot about, is that you can dismantle orbital stations. I can't remember if I said that or not, but it's worth knowing that you all are awesome in the comments section. And I do really appreciate you all continuing to nudge me in a path that is not completely rife with failure. We didn't check the bar here. Shady person. We don't need a saboteur right now. Although that'd be, I guess, fun. We have 2066 horse. What can you do? She's cautious. I still, even though we're in officer permadeath mode, I'm not really a fan of cautious officers. Even for, like, carriers or something. So we're going to set that aside, move it up here. And where is Don? I should know where Don is. I've played this game enough. That's Gamir, Galadia, Quarus, Don. Don may not be the easiest place to get out of because we have tri-attack shit everywhere, and we cannot. This is exactly why I don't want a transverse jump. But if we can get the metal plate, oh my god, there's a watchtower right here. You know what? Don might not be the play because we have all this shit here. If we went all the way from the outside, that might work. But they have another watchtower. We're going to try it. The potential benefits versus the perils of exploring without a good sort of place for us to at least drop stuff off. I want to at least give it a shot. Because we may be able to get metals for not as good of a price at the independent market, and that would be fine. And we're getting all of these contracts. You'll notice I'm kind of ignoring the contracts right now. I used to be way better about looking at, like, here's all of our new shit. This is what we can do. We have a cryovolcanic world that I can reach. We actually have another place over here that for the Ludic Church, that'd be 90,000 credits. Those would all be good. But for now, this is kind of the fun scramble of the game where we're focused a little more on survival. I mean, can Axis Grip, like, sell some of this shit? I guess it's one of my questions. Is this place safer? Probably not. But it's right here in the intersystem jump point. And the hegemony's over here. We have Stillness, which is in Shadow Yards over here. Let's give this a try, because some of this crap is too hot. Probably should have gone on dark, but we got high hopes. Okay, begin salvage. Hey, look, that's a lot of metals. We got 400 metals. Go team. All right, trade goods and hire. They actually sell metals too for not a terrible price. Let's see. We have heavy machinery. That's good. It's funny that I'm buying metals on the open market here, but what can you do? That's just the nature of the game right now. So we need 50 heavy machinery, 400 metals, some gamma cores. Let's see if you got anything at the bar here. What are you bothering people about? 30 units of harvested organs. No, that's not worth my time. And Mr. Smoker in the dark corner wants me to get schematics from where? Lost Astropolis? No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate you all struggle, but I've got other shit to do. Okay, let's build a station. That'll be something. And see, we're losing money right now because we have an officer that we're not necessarily using yet. But we'll get there eventually. Alright, it's probably better if we just fly straight down. The one downer is that this system doesn't have a gate, but this is not a permanent outpost. The one rule for outpost is that it cannot be built in a colonized system. There's not a cap on the number of outposts I can build. So that's a plus. I'm pretty sure these probe contracts are way out in the distance. Yep. So, Hope Fuel Dram, actually not close enough. That's almost close enough. That puts me really far out. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I kind of like the whole trying to get your contracts all in a row all at once, but at the same time we're doing freeform contractless exploring, and still we have made bank, and we have a lot of good shit in other places too, so that's a big plus. Okay, now hopefully I don't need like a bunch of supplies to do this. In case we do, let's check the cargo. Well, let's check the system first. Construct an outpost. We need 75 supplies. All resources except for crew will be consumed. Okay, so we have our first outpost. Hooray! That means we can finally start stashing some shit. Oh, look! Stormhawk Colonial Expedition targeting Zuan. Well, that's exciting. Alright, let's take everything. Look at our cargo mess. Alright. Now, are the Hivers or somebody going to go after this? I don't know. But if we look in our storage for now, we have room to put a lot of things. And we shouldn't get charged for keeping this in the outpost because it's our outpost. Which means I need to go grab the rest of my shit, and then we can potentially try to explore in earnest a little bit more. And maybe even fly... Well, I'll keep the mule for now, but it's going to be nice to have some other stuff close. Okay, what is up with not having a giant gun for your auto fit? Militarized subsystems is cute. Fighter clamps is cute. Can't we just add expanded cargo holds and call it a day, though? Because you're still a mud skipper. You're not coming out here to fight. Alright, so if we dismantle the outpost, I'm not even going to click that button. But yeah, here we go. First outpost. Which means I could probably go after the Arsenal station now. And there's Legio. I still haven't looked up what the fuck the Revolutionary Council is. And at this point, I think it's just funnier to let it go. So our Legio's just going to hate us. They're going to hate us because they ain't us, I guess. Income tab. We're not making money. We do have storage somewhere over the rainbow. Is it at Jangala? Pretty sure it is. Did we not activate the Corvus Gate? Was I that paranoid? Because we have the abandoned terraforming platform. We have the Stellar Shade. We have the Jangala jump point. I really must have been like, I can't get to that. So we're going to try this now. Okay, well, here we go. Could travel even lighter. I don't have to have everything on me. And I love that thing's patrolling now. So we have a few other potential things to dismantle, but here we go. A little bit of extra homework to make this work, but it did, in fact, work. And hopefully we're not going to die in the process, because I'd love to do a little more exploring after we get some of the stuff here. Now, minor weapons cache. That is probably worth trying to go towards. I just don't have, like... I would need a second dram or some bigger fuel ship to start getting out into the second ring of stuff. That's one of the issues. Wait, isn't the Zon Empire out there? I'm pretty sure they'd shoot us down if we came in with our beacon off, but yeah. Technically we could do that. Or if we could find some way, spoiler, if we could find some way to actually tear off the pirate commission. But there's some other things to take care of first. Alright, so invasion of this. Alright, so here's Corvus. We're gonna go in dark because we know what shit happens here. Okay, we're gonna... The alternative is to go in... in the wrong area of the map. The alternative is to go in broad and try that. So we're going to try that. So are y'all getting raided by pirates right now? Because that's about what this looks like. Keep the transponder off. We're going in dark. So we've got a bunch of fighting right now. This is probably actually the ideal time for me to start trying to shuttle shit out of here. So trade goods. Your supplies are still a good price, so let's buy supplies. See, right now credits are not an issue because we're traveling light. By the way, what's the weapon market like? Ardor and Spindle needs it. Yeah, these hivers are just wrecking the market for everything. That's something I definitely underestimated for their impact in this save. And I'm all for it. Unexpected consequences are a spice that adds to the run quite a bit. Alright, so we have all this shit. We're still going to need to try to get some other stuff here. Let's see here. We're not going to do the table playing game. Academic with the tripad. Here's the problem with this, is that we can get a AI core for a nasty fight. Security codes for the Lace Kingdom facility security codes. We're not going to go for that right now. The AI things like, hey, you know, we want to just get your when we send the AI, we actually don't get payment. So there's no incentive to actually like do good with it. So let's go to the abandoned station and hopefully not piss off any patrols. They should all be fighting right now. In fact, I probably don't even need to be going dark right now. Famous last words. We're just going to go dark. I mean, I am in the capital system. Is Jangala the capital system? I'm pretty sure it's the capital system for the hegemony. If I'm a invasion Asher, it's always like, wait, not me. Luke Church. We're fine. All right. Crews and goods. Actually, I do want to get some more of this, although maybe from the black market instead, because that's fine. We are going to need a few more supplies. Okay. Do we have anything good here in the comm directory? Not really. Anything good at the bar? Person, Spacer's clothing. I represent a certain party that has a certain problem and requires someone at discretion. No. I don't need a ground battle tutorial, although I appreciate that's there. Cadet who wants to apprehend me. We need an agent extracted from the colony here for 57,000. We're not going to do that today. Underworld boss. Oh boy. Everybody just wants me to do things that I physically can't do. And that's okay. That was all just 3 contracts with ground missions. That is very unusual just for me in general. So, transfer goods or ships. Look at all this shit we have. I could just take all, but I went in the settings menu and change it so that if I hold left alt, I actually get to take the things. So we're going to use it every chance I get. Then we have all of these mothballed goodies. One of them looks like a ship that maybe could actually be used right now. What are you? A Hermes-class shuttle. Okay, we'll keep you unmothballed. I don't know why you were in there. We're under crew strength, which is a little terrifying because I didn't think we would be that bad, but we actually need to mothball these things again. That would do it. All right. So this should be okay. And if we're flying out of here, I am going to grab the Corvus Gate, and we may make like a partial jump, or at least going to try to grab the Corvus Gate and get out of here anyway. I should probably fly on the other side of the star. Okay, we're just gonna try to get out. Sometimes you can't, if you're flying around a star, you can't be too careful and just be like, I'm gonna go dark the whole way. Alright, so there's all of our shit. By the way, where are our expenses going? Are we having to pay We're having to pay for the outpost. That's okay. That's why I want the outpost to be a little more serviceable eventually, but for now it's fine. Okay, so Corvus Gate. Travel through the gates. Now, what's close? Probably over here. We have Taya as well, but we want to go closest to Epsilon, which is going to be Maggie's system, which is a lot of fuel. But we get another gate. Hooray! And this gate is near nothing. Hooray! Guess we can always refuel at Maggie's before we go. Get some good mac and cheese, fish sticks, chips. Or we can go to the independent place and try not to get shot down. It's a long ride. So all you guys are going over here, unloading ore. This is literally just a space station, so... We got pirates. Do we have, like, shipwreckage? Oh, we do. We got a fight. Like, Reuter gangs and a derelict kite. Well, that's not a good prize. We are playing bumper boats right now, so... Y'all are just sparring. It's fine, I guess. That's still a terrible price for supplies. Fortunately, we're not here for supplies today. Alright. We're here for fuel. And companionship. But mostly fuel. Recreational drugs. Now this is looking like a good trade market, but we're not going to do it. Bar here. Buy a round or two for everyone, that's fine. Okay, that didn't work out. What do you want? You want me to buy 350 Marines? Are you serious? Okay, yeah, no. That's gonna... You guys are just... Everybody wants me to invade everything. Looks like there's a lot of fights here. If I remember right. Captain's log. Shit. Okay, we haven't gotten anything in this system. We've gotten a few ships from out here, so... We can totally pick through the wreckage of these fighting ships if there's anything worth my time. But if it's like a kite and shit, it's probably definitely not worth my time. Sometimes you hope for like a good officer to be in there, but if you're a really good officer flying a kite, you're doing a challenge run. Alright. Okay, we got 2 pings. But for now, I really don't want to get like sideswiped by some more remnant shit. So Epsilon Spareth, what you got? Okay, we got some shit down there, but... Okay, so we have an orbital station, we have an arsenal station. We have a dust world. Have I surveyed this one? Yes. Okay, so I've surveyed all the things, which is how I got all the things. And we're just going to drop off our supplies into storage instead of accidentally selling them. Now, I'm going to keep the transphotonics for now. I know I could build a comm relay. Not going to do that yet, but we have our first shit that's like we can hold on to stuff here. So that's good. Our fleets. If we auto-fit this ship as a standard, cool. That's fine, I guess. Manage the colony, fleets. I'm gonna drop you off, drop you off, drop you off. Oh my gosh, we've been suspending repairs this whole time. That's not great. I'm glad I didn't totally fuck that up. Comm directory, nobody here. We didn't even install a bar. Dismantle. All right, repair ships. And what do we got? Let's look back at the important. All of our captain's log. In our exploration tab that we don't have right now, unless I sing the alphabet song incorrectly, we do have an independent Reuter base in one of these areas. And if we go back down here, this is where we dropped off the kitties at the pool. So let's go there. I think that's a reasonable start. Maybe we can find some goodies on the way. Okay, now one question that I have. Right now, I said before maybe I should switch over to having one of my combat ships in here, but I guess we're not doing that right now. Until I can get a little more exploration and get back... Ooh, wow, that is a... It's a hot and heavy, large Auroran fleet. Okay, well, did they murder anything on the way down? That'd be nice. It doesn't look like they did. Okay, so we're coming. But yeah, we're still in kind of the early stanza of just exploration. See what we can do. We technically have these two areas to try to fly by. So let's go down here. And we got another ping down there. I bet that's a beacon. Alright, so supplies. Thank you very much. So between our supplies and fuel, we're pretty good, to be honest. Now that is famous last words, but for now we're good. So that doesn't have any sort of ruins on it. We have a cryovolcanic world. It's just that sometimes a place with ruins tends to sometimes have more ruins. But my big thing that I'm looking for right now is gates. That's a no-go. Oh, that was another thing that I got. The Epsilon Spirit system is definitely a good system. And I got a comment about it that was, hey, you know what? That's a good enough place to colonize. You got a lot of ships. You got a lot of stable points. That's true. But one of the challenges of this run, and it is for entirely story reasons and purposes, is that I am limited to one colony. And I know some of y'all are going to groan hearing that and be like, why would you do this to yourself? I don't know. I wouldn't call myself a masochist, but I certainly have a different idea of fun than other people. Okay, I don't remember if we have... Yeah, by the way, the slowdown on that is entirely because of adjusted sector. I wish I had like an overlay that said warning beacons are here. Now, one of these was Reuters. So we know that. Now the Reuters are up here. Did we just not do these? Maybe we didn't. All right. I'm gonna learn some things I forgot from the last run in just a minute here. Okay, that's a medium beacon. Okay, let's see if there's a gate here. Well, if we can poke. We can't. And there's our friendly space ghost over here again. We've been in this black hole system, right? And I think we actually got something pretty good from it. And then this system may not have a lot, but we'll take a quick gander. Deltaning. Apply directly to the forehead. If we ping it, there's not a lot there. I want eyes on the planet. Oh, it's an artificial planet. Probably could have read on the bottom left to see. Only the supplies are consumed. But it doesn't appear there's going to be ruins, so... I might be wrong about that. There may be ruins in every artificial planet, but... we're just going to not worry about that. Okay. So the Asher invasion is over. I didn't even know. I know all the unsanctioned bounty boards are saying, hey, invade this, invade that, but... Hey, Gamma Zara, this is a trap. Let's go in dark. We almost never do this. Okay, who do we got? Pirates. Okay. Are they going to follow us out of the... They are! Oh, shit. Anyway, let's see what we found. A system with nothing. And they're still coming after us, so we never want to be the ones to e-burn first. But we did outrun their not interdiction pulse, interdiction pulse. Alright, so we could probably jump into this fringe jump point and be safe. Or we can go down, or we can go up. Let's try going in here. Where there's probably even more pirates. Look, and this is where the Nuzlocke rules are a little more interesting in Starsector, because you do get a lot of systems like this that have actually nothing. They're just empty. They got pretty nebulas and shit on the side. We'll go up to that barren world just to pass the time, but there's, unlike traveling around from gym to gym in Starsector and whatever that Pokemon game is, you can't guarantee that you'll have encounters and stuff. Okay. Anything here? Great Dismal. As opposed to Lesser Dismal. You know, I don't live too far away from the Great Dismal Swamp. Which is exactly what it's like. It is large and it is dismal. And this brown dwarf probably has nothing in it, but we're gonna check anyway because we have the fuel. Alright, so at the end of the chevron, it's a bunch of nothing. And now we know. And knowing is half the battle. So I guess the question becomes, if we're going to try to make our way back up here, we're banking on finding a gate, or banking on being able to get into one of these planets and get out with pirates. Or technically there's an independent place over here. We may be able to swing some exploration. So I almost knocked my headset off. I still think we're at the high exploration, looking for a damn gate part of the run. Because the gates are going to be what opens up the world for us. Not these stupid slipstreams that developer feedback. Why do these slipstreams always go the wrong way? They never go the way I'm traveling. Hey, I bet you are pursuing my fleet. Jesus Christ. They're all pursuing me. Okay. It's a good thing I'm still pretty agile. Okay, so keep the transponder off because this is independent area, and we have a gate. We actually have a gate. Hooray. It was probably on the map this whole time. And we have a patrol. Now, these guys are hostile to us, but independents are not really going to attack us. Except, weirdly, for Prism Freeport, and I don't know if that's just me misremembering. What do you want? No, everybody wants me to invade. That's also a really ugly picture. I'm not going to say that to his face, because he looks like he'll shoot me. Interesting. Antique seller, military. They don't even have a black market. So that's fuel. 500 supplies is a lot. I don't think we need more than that. We got a lot of weapons here. Now we're getting some shit we can sell. So that market's fluctuating a little bit. But let's look out here real quick, because we do have a Letha gate, and this system, at least from the looks of it, is not as unsafe as other systems. We have a jungle world that's fully surveyed. Would be very curious if it had ruins on it. Clearly we've got some other shit flying around here. It's debris. That's decent. And we cannot colonize in an already built up system. Is this... That's also debris field. And we have P9 making a colony expedition, so... Hey, look, all the heavy metal plates. Suddenly we are overflowing in metal more than we need. Oh, we're over on fuel, too. Damn. It's actually quite a bit of fuel, too. Oh, well. Make sure we're not missing anything else here. Surface battle between Perv and Legio. That never goes wrong. Now we have something. We have another thing over by the gates. We have a few things over by the gates. It looks like... Oh, do we have like a ship graveyard here? Yes, finally. I've been wondering where these are. So scan the gates. If we travel through the gate right now, we can get back to Maggie's... I'm just going to call the system Maggie's instead of bothering to call it Uanalashka or whatever it's called. Yeah. Whew. Didn't actually check to see how much fuel that takes. Probably because I'm not clicking the right thing. 63 fuel, not bad. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We have a Vale-class Crusader, a battle cruiser, and once again, the really nice thing. Let's see, we're getting experience by doing this too. The really nice thing about these ship graveyards is that they will be here. We have a Timeless class drone class battleship, a Legion Great Houses battle carrier, a Nameless drone destroyer. That's the other nice thing about the Starsector. I don't have to take these right now. Like, I can click on this ship. We can send intel to the pirates, thank you. We can consider whether we want to recover the ship. But we don't need to do it. And it's not going to deteriorate. It's going to stay there, I think. But yeah, that's the idea. But since we do have some really good ships here, and we do have pretty full cargo, I'm not going to bother with like cutting everything else out. But yeah, that's a good gate, and I think I just left a debris field there, unhindered, but unhanded, but it's fine. Let's see if there's anything standing by this thing over here. Because yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of different ways this run can go. We have a little bit of a foothold right now. We're still exploring. I want to get kind of a better grasp on exactly when we can start pushing from just exploring and running away from shit to fighting back, even small fleets. But like we have fleets that used to be like nothing to me. Now it's just like they're big and they're scary and I cry a little. I think this nebula is probably a good place to explore. The Stormhawk Republic. Huh. Do they hate us? They hate us. All right. Well, so does everyone else. Get in line. Okay. Zemi, or do we go in these dual blue supergiants? One of these had Ordos coming spitting at us, so probably not the best to do that one. Although they may have just been lying in wait in other places anyway. Alright, let's see what's here. As we are casually losing 4,000 per month. Zamai, Zamo, Zamu. Desert world. Not much else, but that is potentially habitable, which means potentially has ruins. Adriope. And we have something orbiting it, so that's a mining station. We perform a survey. We actually don't have... Ooh, I need more crew. You know, I have room for more crew. And I was thinking to myself, I should actually do that. So, your salvage crews find all automated repair facility. These seem to be a passable shape. May be able to restore permanent damage on ships. I don't think we want to do this right now. I could salvage it, but we know it's here. That's the thing. So we'll come back for this later. Okay, by the way, thank you to the person who said you can tab complete captain's log. Of course, the cursor's still in the middle. Mining station. We're gonna leave this open right now. Probably should have. Oh, see, that's why I should have pinged. Good things happen when you try to look for stuff flying close to the star. It's a minor supply cache, and I'm gonna have to e-burn towards it, so that's annoying. Consider the covered ship. We have a Rama Suppressor Elite Corvette. Experimental Auroran Tech. Omni Shield, medium hybrid, small composite. You know, I'm honestly thinking this could be a good ship. Let's see what else there is. Weapon cache. Your salvage crews begin work. That's fine. That is literally a weapon cache. We got a bee shooter. It's just like the last spell. The answer is bees. Okay. Can't double up on that. We're eating a lot of supplies doing this. We can't double tap on the minor cache either, so... Okay, let's do the thing the AI does and fly into the star. We're going to recover this. Alright, and begin the salvage here. So we got supplies. Can't double tap that either. Okay, so we've got another ship. So cool. Log. Elite Corvettes. So that's exciting. It's got 54 deployment points. For 50 the Sun Ordnance points. It's fast. It's fun. We don't really have the guns in our inventory to use it right now, but we almost didn't find it. It looks like there may be one more thing over here. That's just shit I dropped off. It's probably just shit I dropped off. Oh. Hello. Pirate Corsair. We're not enemies. But it's interesting that people are running away from me. So cool, I guess. Alright. But yeah, we're slowly building up here. And once again, I'm not getting all the destroyers in the world, but I think it's interesting to be dragging around a bunch of little guys. I really think it is. This is a crazy system. And people are going to war. It's very exciting for them, I guess. And what's over here? Okay, this is hard to see because we got a ping. There it is. My inability... Oh, this is interesting. This is what I was talking about before. If we look on the map here, we have systems that are stacked on top of each other. That's going to happen sometimes here. It's a defense cruiser. Tell me more. Low tech. Looks like fun. But we're going to salvage it. I know I'm just dropping metal plates everywhere, but we want to see what else there is. And oh, we got another derelict ship. That is an elite artillery cruiser, on the other hand. CYP class. That seems a little more exciting. And we have a habitable world nearby. Now this one. This is another experimental Auroran tech. I think we may come back for this one later. To be honest. I'm just going to leave this up here for y'all to see. Definitely let me know in the comments what y'all think about some of this shit, because there's only so much ship stuff that I know. Oh, look, Legio launching suppression fleets. I wonder what their modus operandi is going to be for suppression here. And that is a Basilisk fast cruiser. That's a... Oh, dude. That's, it says it's a Basilisk, but that's like from the FTL mod, isn't it? So that's a fun ship, but we are going to salvage it. I should not have done that. I should have not done that. We are running out of space. Although we did get a halberd beam. Halberd beam, my actual favorite weapon from well, okay, the flat cannon's also good, but from the game FTL faster than light. We're over fuel capacity by just a little bit, so let's go back to hyperspace. Profitable system, as it were. But like I said, we're building up our fleet here. I wouldn't mind being able to do some exploration eventually with other goodies in tow. Wow, what is dog or cat doing here? Okay, but see, we have another system here, and this is where you gotta pay attention. Beta, alpha. These are two systems. They're stacked on top of each other. I thought this was a 3-star system. It's not. We got a bunch of stable locations over here. Does this system have anything else going for it? Maybe not. And I need to put a captain's log here. Other star elite are on, but we haven't gotten it yet. So I'm going to try to remember that we haven't gotten it yet. Hopefully I'll come back and be like, oh, I can't get that ship because I already got that ship. Hey, we do have ruins. I almost turned away. The mod saved me. I'm cheating. All right, perform a survey. Scattered ruins. They probably won't have a lot, but it could be good. I have to send it to the Zon, I guess. Not too much here. Cool. It was scattered ruins after all. So let's look at our intel one more time. Where's the habitable world nearby? It's over in Magic. Oh, you know what? Nasio, not Magic. And if I had to guess, these guys already took it. So good game, y'all. Good game, well played. It's interesting. I wasn't sure if the fleet reemergence was on or off. Clearly it just exists, so... Alright. Anything good here? Maybe... Maybe not. Lots of cooked worlds, that's for sure. As people are just fighting each other all the time. We need somebody to come over here and make peace. And maybe not get blasted by space ghosts. Okay, this is... the pits, but the pits that may have something. Once again, I'm mostly looking for gates, but I don't mind if other stuff's floating around here that I'd like to unearth. Like a minor weapons cache could be really nice. And we have another Rama, a banana Rama. I am going to not recover that. And for our problems, we got a crow. Alright, saturation bombardment force arrived in system for the Zon Empire. Well, that's a problem with the Zon Empire being on, like, the border, the first place in between them and the Hivers. It's not a good day to be a Zani. Victoria-class destroyer. I do like the Exodus initiative, but I'm gonna not take it this time. Like, okay, and we got one more up here. It's just... The things just keep on coming. I know. I got a dog that's whining at me. I'm going to let you out in just a second, okay? And then another minor weapons cache. We open the pod bays and we get 34 Marines. Hey, we can finally do some of those invasion missions. I don't know why with the Triceratops, why you guys were sitting in there just waiting in there. It's just like, hey, it's 30 Marines in a like sardine can. It's much like actual military deployment, I guess. So where are we on the map? We're right here. I kind of want to pop and see what these two are and maybe work my way towards Nasio. Like, they may hate us, but curiosity's getting me, man. Okay, I'm assuming that there's no stars here, or no planets here, but it looks like there's one. This almost looks like a 3-body problem situation. We just have a tiny planet and 2 hellacious stars. I'm not even going to bother with that right now. Okay. Which leads us at last to maybe possibly exploring down here. And is this going to put us near some hostile ships? Keep the transponder off for sure. Hey, look. We got a hostile prospector that I could probably take out. Good to get a dram. We got a lot of sensor contacts right over here. We got a habitable tundra world. And we got an arid lifeless world that may also be habitable. So, yeah, we've got some goodies here. I kind of want to see what this is. Hey, our ship improved. That's nice. They have good gunners, apparently. Once again, I could take these guys on. Maybe I should take these guys on. I mean, you're not equipped right now, but we do have some shit available now. Heavy scrap shot, light mortar. I mean, another dram would be really nice if I could recover it. But there may be other shit here too. We'll do that for another day, though, because I have a dog that's finally eating his food because the cats are trying to get his food. And it's been pretty much a long enough recording session now. So this is Asher. Thank you for watching. I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. Like I said, I really appreciate you all's feedback and continued interest in not just the run itself, but the structure of it, how it works. But ultimately, I look at this and I say I'd rather have a bunch of frigates that I'm towing and making actual decisions like, you know what, maybe I bump off this prospector to get another dram versus just straight up murdering everything with my massive logistics fleet that has a few frigates flying around it. So that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. This is Asher. Hope you enjoyed everything here. We have more space to go to. I'm a little concerned about the lack of gates again, so I don't want to get like too far away. Why do we have a massive rainbow beam? That's weird. I'm pretty sure that's just because these points are originating from two other systems and everybody's wanting to invade the Hivers. But that just looks like we have a rainbow bridge across the sky. That's funny. But that'll do it for this one. This is Asher. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We will do this again another day soon. Hooray, my computer did not completely die and explode on itself. See you next time.